Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Sid Meier's Civilization 5. So, yeah, we're just gonna quickly spam our way through this and just probably go for the Diplo victory just to get it done with. This pretty much ended up being a wash. I'm not too familiar with the culture victory. I mean, I've done them before, but usually I just do it because I simply had such a lead that no one could catch up to me. And yeah, I think part of the issue is I'm still thinking of it as the kind of the old version of the culture victory, where you had to just get five full trees of social policies and then make utopia. In which case, you want just very few cities. You pretty much win it with just a single city. In fact, that way the culture cost for getting policies is reduced and all that fun stuff. But the other thing, and in the case of now, it's based off like tourism and stuff. You actually kind of need more cities in a lot of cases. You either need a lot of wonders or you need a lot of cities, because you only have so many work slots, and unless you're doing well with the wonders, like getting the great library and things like that, rather early on, you're not going to have very many great work slots until you start getting museums. In which case, if you're relying on those buildings, you're gonna have to get more cities to get more tourism, because the more cities you get more slots, etc., etc. And yeah, that's kind of the issue. I went with two cities, and I failed to get any of the wonders that gave one great work slots, so I couldn't do anything. In fact, the wonders I was working on, pretty much the other two factions got. Um, I'm not too surprised that Shinki is doing a lot better with tourism, because it is kind of her thing. The more tourism she has, the more demons she can get. But yeah, like I said, this is pretty much a wash. I failed miserably to get what I needed to do, and honestly, this civilization is not really good for the culture victory for the most part. Um, I do like Utsuho's ability; it's really unique, but it's also pretty much until you get started spamming nukes, you're really all Utsuho's ability is you get two science for every mine, which is actually really good. It just didn't keep up, which was kind of weird. Um, okay, you're going down here. But yeah, all she gets is the two science. Her special building is neat, and it's really kind of designed for warfare, because it gets you iron and eventually uranium. But other than that, if you're not doing either of those, it's pretty much a useless building. Actually, the only benefit is the fact you can use it to, trade, which with you do make a little bit of money if you do trade it one iron and or one yeah, you got +1 range. Atomic Warrior. Plus 15% strength and double movement in Fallout. That's pretty neat. Anyway, as I was saying, as I completely forgot what I was talking about. Okay. Let's just do that real quick. Grab that real quick. Alright. Add the queue. Get that. There you go. Yep, completely forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, it was yeah, I was talking about the unique building and open borders apparently. Um, you can sell a single iron or a single strategic resource for about you don't have anything to trade anymore. Goodbye. You can sell one unit for about 45 gold, and that's a 30-day trade. So, and the that special hell furnace costs. How much does it cost to maintain? It costs 2 maintenance, so you're actually losing money. So, I mean, you get iron and uranium, but you don't get the benefit of the uranium till later. So yeah, since I didn't have access to any iron or uranium, the hell furnace was not that useful to me. I mean, at least you can build it, but yeah, it doesn't really help me. And the only reason you would build it is if you need, more, if you're going warfare, so you can make iron units. Alright, I promised I'd not spawn you. Some of the other things I wasn't doing right as far as diplomacy is concerned, or doing not diplomacy, doing culture victory is I should have been using diplomats. I believe diplomats do give you a bonus. I should be doing open borders with everyone. I should be doing embassies with everybody because those actually give you tourism bonuses. But I haven't been doing that because I usually try to favor only a Toho civilization rather than everyone else. She is down to one city. That is amazing. At least I'm not last place. I'm only second to last place. I think the thing that really hurt me though was the fact I failed to get the Great Library. I screwed that up a lot. I messed up my worker movements and also, and I did delay um, getting a worker and getting well, not I didn't really delay too much on getting a worker. Well, I did actually. I built the monument first. Um, there's nothing for you to do. I'm also not very familiar with how to use freaking great musicians, because, like I said, I don't have very much experience with the culture victory. Usually, if I win a culture victory, I could have easily won the other victories sooner. Speaking of winning the other victories sooner, Diplo victories, I'm probably going to go ahead and turn off. I do like how diplomacy is when you have no city-states, except for the fact that if you're the host, you win. And you can easily, as long as you remain host, and the AI is going to ignore if there's no city-states, they're going to ignore patronage. So they're not going to go for the Forbidden Palace. So they're never going to. If you're the person that founded the whatever you call this thing, World Congress, you pretty much win. All you have to do is just make sure you survive till the end, and then you just vote yourself in. And that's all you have to do. So yeah, that's kind of an issue, to say the least. It's easy enough to prevent the AI from doing it. I mean, all you have to do is be the founder. If you're not the founder, you have to put one rank into patronage, which is a bit of a waste, and then get Forbidden Palace, so you can get ahead as soon as possible. That's how I got it, because I wasn't the founder this time. Um, all right, so international gains, spices. Okay. Oh, I can build one of these. Sure. I'll go ahead and go for it. You might notice I have a large amount of money, and I don't really care. Yeah. Alright. Uh, we are glad to see that sales of our souvenirs to tourists from your lands have reached record levels. The amazing works of civilizations are truly inspiring. Sounds good. Sounds good. So yeah, for a culture victory, you kind of have to be with everybody. And anyway, they are influential with me now. Yeah, so with all this, yeah, you get plus 25% bonus from propaganda, you get plus 40% bonus from share religion, plus 40% with trade routes, and plus 40% bonus from open borders. So yeah, I should be putting diplomats in every city and actually, doing that stuff. By the way, if you're shouting that advice right now, I'm not going to hear it because these videos are made ahead of time. By the time you guys have sent advice about this particular playthrough, I'll probably have already finished one or two others. So, still feel free to leave comments and all that stuff. Just try not to be frustrated or harsh about it. Trust me, I know the feeling. So something else I did that was a bit different, besides going culture, was the fact I just tried doing trading post, and I don't know, it just doesn't really feel it's worth it. I mean, right now they give 2 gold each, which does give me a little bit of money, especially now since I have banks and stock market and all that stuff. But in the beginning of the game, I mean, all it does is give you 1 gold. Um, when you could be getting an extra food or extra 2 food, depending on what your tech is at. So yeah, that was kind of my other experiment, was trying to see how well it would go if I did like, wow, you're just gonna finish off Catherine, are you? You know what? Sure, we're just gonna start opening embassies. Doesn't matter now. Yeah, sure. Declaration with okay, that's fine. But yeah, I was doing farms along the river, and then I was doing trading posts for all the other grasslands, and it didn't really work out. It was something I tried out with Aya when I was trying her out. I did farms along the river, farms on any plains tile, and then I did trading posts for all the grasslands, and that seemed to work okay. But in the case of this position, where I have little to no plains, it didn't really seem to pan out. I feel like if even when you don't have trading posts, you seem to make plenty of money just from just getting raw population. So I may stick with that in the future. Also, getting more populations means more science, more workers, more everything. So I almost see no benefit of going trading post. Even when later on they get an extra gold and they can start giving you additional science, it's by then it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, I to get the bonus to the trading post, you would need to get 3 ranks in at least 3 ranks in rationalism, and you don't get rationalism till, well, a while for the most part. Yep, sounds good. All right, so we're doing this again. I'll just do that. Nope, no, not interested. So yeah, Russia's dead, completely gone. There's my sticks. That's how much army I have right now. It's pretty abysmal. In fact, actually, I can make that slightly higher. All right, finish the castle. Awesome. International games, which we're not going to even win. Um, I'm going to ignore that for now. Just go international games. Just get that done. Make a proposal. Um, sure, we'll go Shinto. But yeah, if we look at Rural Congress right now, I have 7 votes. All we have to do is get this thing to trigger, and I can win the game. So I'm really just spamming my way through while I ramble. But yeah, I think I'm not feeling the trading post. It doesn't work. It does. My growth just did not keep up. Um, yeah, I mean, if you look over here, they're doing nothing. I mean, they might have updated. See, that city did. This city here did some trading post. A lot of them, in fact. But over here, they did a lot of farms. Not much else to say about these areas. But I mean, even though I'm pretty much the underdog and I'm pretty much cheesing a victory, it was kind of nice seeing how the other civs work. So far, the Toho civs kind of dominated in this one. Granted, I've kind of been giving Shinki a whole lot of money because I've been trading with her, but you know, it is what it is. I can get more money if I want to. Um, nope. But yeah, I was still in the mindset of the old version of Culture Victory, which I kind of liked because it gave, you know, small cities kind of a way of winning. But you can't do it the same way anymore. It just doesn't happen. And it looks like I have no open slots for this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spam that real quick. But yeah, you need those slots, and you need those wonders. I don't like the fact that, you know, I mean, it's still kind of that way in whoa, excuse me, where's my route? Thank you. It was still kind of that way in the old version. You kind of needed wonders because wonders was your like first source of culture. Um, we're gonna go alone for now because you and Shinky are not getting along. Uh, and I'm getting messages. I apologize. Can't steal from Bicentennium. Okay. And just like that, International Games is almost done. But yeah, I might come back and try Utsuho again, but as a military civ. I should have really probably just re-rolled, because I didn't really want to do another conquest victory, or at least I didn't want to be a warmonger, because I've been doing that for the past 2 games essentially, or like 3 games. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. I did go ahead and roll to see what my next civ was. I think from now on I'm actually going to roll 3 times and then pick one. That way I don't force a certain civ to be a certain um, a certain role that they may not fit. In any case, my roles were I got Makai, Human Village, and Forest of Magic. So all my 3 of my roles were new ones. I could do Makai, which would definitely be very I'm just looking at what I got. Yeah, just happiness and junk. That's all I got. Not surprised. But did go to Golden Age though. Anyway, finish that up. In fact, while that's being finished, go ahead and do walls. But yeah, with Makai, I mean, I could try to do what Shinky's been doing right now, and see how it goes. But I don't know. Not sure what to expect. I'm kind of thinking of doing humans. Humans would be pretty neat. They seem to be all right. They also don't have any sort of crazy mechanical gimmick, so might be worth doing. Um, I do notice that Shinky's kind of sitting at my border. We are still friends, right? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, well, if worse comes to worse, I'll speed by a bunch of stuff. I mean, I have enough to do it. Okay. A zombie fairy. Um, yeah, you can just be a diplomat, I don't care. I do have 2 short sources of iron, or sorry, of uranium. Nothing too special. More policies. Produce +4 of the appropriate yield. Wow. Yeah, why not? There you go. So now academies make 16 science. Alright, got this going. I'm just gonna put this on top of that. Should count as still worked. But yeah, I was thinking about doing humans next. I would love to do Makai, but we kind of already seen somewhat of what Makai can do right now. So I might let them sit out. Forest of Magic has their own unique gimmick involving mushroom patches. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. They do have some pretty awesome cannons. Wow, Sukuna only just now hit the atomic era. And let's go ahead and pick host. Delegates to win the proposal is 9. So I actually cannot win this yet. So I may be sitting out this for a while. Alright. As for humans, humans don't really have any special mechanics as far as I can tell. They're constructing the Kremlin, that's fine. Yay. So yeah, I'm third place in tech, it looks like. I'm a little surprised that I kind of caught up on that. My approval's through the roof. Everything else is pretty awful. I'm pretty much last place in everything except manufactured goods. Yeah, Crystal Force is actually pretty good. It can only be put on tundra, desert, and snow. And by itself, it gives one. It just gives one hammer, one gold, and one culture, and then eventually upgrades to one hammer, 2 gold, 2 culture. Which I mean, it pretty much makes a tile into something slightly less useless. And also gives them another source of culture. But yeah, sorry for this one not being as entertaining. I'm just gonna stick with it and see how things go. Hopefully, I can just cheese a victory. But yeah, from now on, I'll probably turn off Diplo victories. I still like the fact you can. I'll still definitely take advantage of the Congress as much as I can, but at least this way I can actually not worry about being cheesed or cheesing the opponent in return. So that's Denmark. Let's do 3rd of May. And we'll trade it for that. then the other one. What is that one called? Necklace. Which I can't swap. Am I missing something? Why can't I swap this? Maybe it's called something different? Whatever. Alright, let's keep going. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to win culture. So yeah, if I go Utsuho again, I will probably try to focus a bit more on really just focus on tech. Get to the atomic era as quickly as possible. It's pretty much her thing. I mean, you can do some early warfare. That is an option. Do early warfare with some iron units, maybe some frigates, and that should be enough. All right, world religion passed. So now I have 10 votes. So 10 turns I win. So as long as I can hold for 10 turns, I'll be fine. And I don't lose my capital, because my capital has the Forbidden Palace. So all I have to do is just sit and wait. If I get attacked, I'll just start speed buying. 14,000. Supposedly AI will speed buy units, but they don't speed buy anything else. Wow. Yeah. They they only need it for 2 more people. They can definitely get it with Byzantinium, but Kabito is not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, in 6 turns they'll have Byzantinium, and then all that will remain is Kabito. In which case they'll just have to spam musicians. Luckily, I should win by then, in theory. Can I even? Is there anything more? Oh, I can't. Speed by. I can do great scientists, great writers, and we'll do a great scientist. As for your production, you can produce research. Should have had an airport a while ago. You're good there. Upgrade you. Sounds good. No, thank you. And you're done. There's nothing else for you to do. You can go hang out there. So yeah, not a very, well, Sukuna's gonna kill Theodora. I mean, science-wise, I guess we're not too far behind. It's just the people that are dominated are really dominating. And it's not something I usually see that often. I mean, the I mean, look, Shinki practically took over this continent. It was actually pretty neat to see. Usually I don't, see things like that. I need 9 votes. I have 10 votes. I win the game. Yeah, I'll turn off Diplo victories from now on. It's kind of disappointing. Also, just to ensure that the AI doesn't cheese me in return. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a video here. Sorry for the kind of cheese victory, but it was a learning experience nonetheless. So next time I do culture victory, I'll try to hopefully do slightly better. So the next one, I'll probably go ahead and do Human Village. As much as I would love to do Makai, I've seen them enough. I've seen them in the last 2 games. So, I am the Depressed Hero. This was Sid Meier Civilization 5 as Utsuho. See you guys next time.